it's Colby Bassmaster here, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to effectively rig up a drop shot and fish it. For this particular demonstration, I'm going to use 50-pound spider wire braid. No, I do not use braid when I am drop shot fishing. I always use fluorocarbon every single time. I've been known to also use it on copolymers, never really mono, but just normally fluorocarbon is what I throw it on. But for demonstration, so you guys can see the line, 50-pound braid. Alright, so things that I like to use when I have a drop shot, I almost always use open gap hook. This is a owner mosquito hook, size 1 or size 1/0 is what I prefer to use. For weights, this is a Bass Menu, locally made in Northern California. Just a Bass Menu drop shot weight. There's a lot of brands that make similar weights. I normally use the pencil weights, especially when I'm fishing deep in rocks. They don't get caught up as bad. And you can even bend these with a pair of needle nose pliers to keep them from getting caught in rocks, even less than that. But normally just that. This is a 3/8 ounce size. I go from anywhere from 1/8 all the way up to 3/8. Sometimes even bigger when the wind really kicks up and gets going. For worms, I almost always have a Mother's Finest hand pour. This is a color called Peacock Bass. It's It's a replica of the Aaron's Magic color. This one does not have red flakes. This is just the straight Peacock Bass. And these are also made in Northern California. Alright, so today in the demonstration, this is what I'm going to be using right here. And first I'm going to show you how to tie up a drop shot. The knot you're going to need to know is a Palomar knot. And with a Palomar knot, I usually double the line over, but you can wrap it through twice. But see, the line's doubled over right there. I'm just going to stick that through the eyelet of the hook. Slide it through, so as you can see, the line is doubled over through that. What you're going to do here is you're going to want to keep quite a bit of slack so you can have the line tight for that drop shot. Wrap it one time and hold it in your forefinger. Go through the loop, and then you have this loop on the outside of the loop. So you have two small loops, but this is the one you're going to need. You take that, open it up, wrap it around the hook, and then cinch it tight. Let me moisten this down. And tighten that down. So you can see, that is a properly tied Palomar knot right there. Can't really tell that well. But now you have this big long piece of slack on the end of your drop shot. And what you're going to want to do to keep this hook exactly perfectly straight up and down is you're going to want to take the bottom end of your line that does not connect to your rod, right here, the end of that, and you're just going to put it through the top. Make sure it's the top of your drop shot hook, right there. And slide it through. So now as you can see, that is slid through, and that hook is going to stay straight up and down no matter what, just like that. So when you're drop shotting, you'll have a lot better hookup ratio, especially because the hook doesn't roll over. But there's your hook right there. And normally I have a little bit too long of that, so I'll just cut it off or bite it off, especially if it's fluorocarbon. I usually drop shot with anywhere from half a foot to a foot of leader from the weight to the hook. And this is braid, so you got to give me a second to cut through it with these pliers. They're kind of rusted. All right, so now you have this shorter leader. That's about what I like to use. It's about a good 8-inch leader right there. You take your weight, and these have a little cinch on them right there, as you can see. You just slide the end of the line through that cinch. There you go. There it goes right there. You have a little bit through there. Cinch it tight, just like that. And cut that little bit off. There we go. It doesn't matter if you have a little bit hanging off, the fish really don't care. Again, your bait's going to be suspended up off the bottom from this weight. Alright, that's pretty hard to cut. But there you go. That's your weight right there behind your hook. And now when I drop shot, normally I like to nose hook it. In the winter especially, I prefer nose hooking it over a few other ways to rig it, but just like that. And be drop shotting. And now you have your hook positioned perfectly straight up and down. Your worm nose hook. This is a 4-inch Mother's Finest worm. I would definitely encourage you guys to check these out at philspropeller.com. It's a great website, Northern California based. If you can get it into the shop, I really prefer going into the shop, but the website's just as good. There's your weight, and there's the rig. Right there, again on a 50-pound braid. I would never throw this on 50-pound braid, but just for demo purposes. There it is. 3/8 ounce weight. Right up to your hook, right up to your main line. If you're fishing deep, I would also recommend using a possible swivel on this rig to keep from line twists. But spinning rods, you know, even bait casters, this rig will work. Just medium light to medium action. I prefer using my 6/8 medium light for drop shots, or even my 7-foot medium light. That's the drop shot. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe to see more videos. I'm going to be making some more video tips and stuff like that. So make sure you guys check out my channel.